Hey guys, if you like my videos and you want them as soon as they come out, make sure you hit like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Today we're working Lozen on surface change exercises during our handler's course with Oregon State Police K9 Officer Jeremy Smith. And what we're teaching here is how the dog changes behavior when it encounters a surface change. And in this situation, we're working in a good soft surface condition and then crossing the road over this hard blacktop. The dogs oftentimes will do things that you don't expect, and it's all based on how that scent picture lies on that hard surface. When we're on the soft surface, that scent picture stays very narrow and relatively close to where the person walked. But once we get over the hard top, once we get on that black top, things change quite a bit, and we have to start thinking about concentrations of odor and where they lie as it relates to the track itself. 9 times out of 10, the dog's not going to take the track line. It's just because that scent picture doesn't exist in a concentration that's good for the dog. What they have a tendency to do is to cut the track or go past it and cross based on how that odor lies due to wind and environmental conditions. Okay, so probably your apex is your turn right there. Notice how you got that little head dip to the left? If you got a car coming, let's shorten that lead to about 15 feet and walk up to her and tell her, good girl, it's okay.
Good girl, Lozen.
We're getting to our first road crossing, and in a way, Lozen is starting to anticipate it. You know, head's starting to pop up a little bit, and unfortunately, at the same time, and Murphy's Law of trailing, a car's coming by. So a little tip to all new handlers, when you want to stop your dog because of traffic, it's very important that you encourage them in the direction that they wanted to go. And you can see the scratch mark right here in the direction of the trail. Let's keep the dog going that way. Tell her she's a good girl. That way she doesn't take the lead correction when that car comes by as a correction and thinking that she's doing the wrong thing. So the way the handler handled this is he rappelled up the line to the dog, and as the car was passing, he's keeping the dog in the direction it wanted to go and telling her she's a good girl. And she realizes what you're doing is not such a big deal. She doesn't understand a car is coming.
Sure.
Probably your apex again, or maybe the contrail of the vehicle. But you had a big change in your scent picture. Second road crossing nears, you can notice that Lozen starts to head pop a little bit. Again, this is like a proximity alert to the road crossing. They know it's coming because of the apex of odor, where the turn bends on itself as a concentration of scent. Because of the apex, the scent picture is going to oftentimes be on the inside or the outside of the turn. In this case, our turn is coming up right about here. You see a little bit of scratch mark and dirt coming up right there over the white line. And you notice that Lozen crosses approximately 5 meters past that. That's the way the scent picture lays here. Sometimes it's a little bit before and the dog will cut the turn. This is a natural reaction to a road crossing or a surface change on a real search. This is what dogs mostly do. Very rarely do they go step by step, footstep by footstep, because the scent picture just doesn't stay viable in those tracks for a long period of time. This is for a couple of reasons. Number one, ultraviolet light. Ultraviolet light has a big impact on odor. But number two, every time a vehicle goes by, it moves that scent picture. It's almost like drifting snow on top of an icy road at night in the front of your headlights. You got to keep this in mind when you're working your dog in an urban environment. Now Lozen's starting to head pop a little bit, but this is on a live scent pool. This is the person that we're looking for. And when this happens, we need to start training for what we call the proximity alert. We have to know that we're getting close and understand this in the dog's body language. And then we have to take remedial action in dealing with it. And the first thing means cover and concealment, and then just watching the dog's nose to see where the threat might be. And then, of course, letting anybody know that we're with, that we may be in a dangerous situation and that we're getting close. Training is muscle memory, and if you don't train for the proximity alert on a regular basis, you won't do it in real life, because under stress your body reacts like it normally does in other everyday moments. So train for the alert in every particular training exercise that you ever do. soon as she commits to a direction, take that big tree over there to the left.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Come here, Lozen.
Very good girl. Very good girl.
Good girl, Lozen. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Okay, so this is probably where we send in flankers, right? Okay, let's let her go ahead and finish it.
Okay. Oh, good girl. Good girl.